This is the Lucid Gravity. It is not only one of the biggest stories of the New York Auto Show, but one of the biggest stories in the car business this year, period. The Lucid Gravity is a 3-row SUV, and it builds on the same performance platform as the Lucid Air, which is a sedan. The Lucid Gravity delivers 828 horsepower and a 450-mile driving range, which means you have plenty of power, not only for some sporty performance driving in a 3-row SUV. It sounds a little odd, but it's true. But it also has that 450-mile range and all-wheel drive, meaning you can take it anywhere and you can drive all day. Driving the Lucid Air is pretty incredible. It has a really nicely tuned suspension, meaning it doesn't toss you around in the car as you go around a corner. It's really comfortable for everyone. But 828 horsepower, you feel that when you step on the throttle, you just take off. There are 3 drive modes. Even on the comfortable setting, the power does not hesitate. It is truly glorious. Despite the sporty dynamics, this car is built for families, and that is witnessed by the cargo space. 120 cubic feet of cargo space, that's a lot. Actually, it's more than almost every other SUV on the road, except for like the Suburban and the Tahoe are slightly larger, but only slightly larger than this not so large SUV. How do they do that? Well, there's a smaller battery. They've actually been able to innovate the battery size so it's smaller and it's faster charging than the Air, but it's also smaller and faster charging than pretty much every other EV on the road. And that smaller battery lends to more cargo space and passenger space. The other thing that they did that was very clever, they added stow-and-go seats. If you remember minivans from back in the day when you were a kid, those seats that can stow in the floor to give lots of extra space, well, that's what Lucid did here. Lucid's designers and engineers largely came from Tesla. And what that means is they brought a lot of their design innovation thinking to the Lucid Gravity. The result is a really beautiful display of screens and function. Those screens aren't just functional, they also allow you to create a sense of sanctuary in the cabin. You can fill the screens with a beach and ocean scene and beautiful music, and all of a sudden this interior of a car becomes a really beautiful place to be. Another thing that's notable about the interior of the Lucid Gravity is the glass canopy roof. So the roof is glass all the way back. It's tinted so you don't have the sun shining in your eyes, but you do have all that beautiful light. Customers also get a choice of interiors. There are 2 leatherette interiors, there are 2 leather interiors, so you have your pick, but you have to pick by the name of a California icon because they are named for places like Tahoe. Is the Lucid Gravity a Tesla killer? Well, probably not. It's actually more luxurious in terms of interior details and passenger comforts than what you find in Tesla. The technology under the hood, absolutely very competitive with Tesla, but the experience inside the cabin is really elevated. It has a starting price of about $94,000 for the Grand Touring, which is the first model to roll off the line. But once you add a few conveniences to it, it goes up to about $130,000. One of the coolest things about the Lucid Gravity, though, this is an American-made brand. It's designed in California and it's built in Arizona, and all of the design details are inspired by California. If you have a chance to drive into this purely classic American car that's all new, I highly recommend it.